that out and just put it at the end of that when you go.
Do you want me to, when we go?
You don't have to do it now. You can
Okay.
just take it out with you.
Because that would be like by now. Second one probably. But we. Camera's like right on my face. Hi. There's some on Sheila stickers on there. Those reserved seating for senior families? Yeah, which I feel like that's why. What are we doing? Are we missing? It said 30 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna do raffle basket, dessert options, honor roll. That's it. Where am I supposed to go? No, ask Harrison. Harrison, am I supposed to go?
Jeremy said 30 seconds,
I
like
don't
30
know. What's
seconds
30
ago,
seconds?
but I don't know.
It feels very
He
empty.
just said they're totally ready whenever you want.
It's 6:59.
He said the microphone's on, so if you want to go, yeah.
Alright, I guess I'll go. Thank you. We're so sorry. Hello, welcome to an evening of percussion. Thank you. My name is Jackie, and I'm here with my dear friend Priya. And we are so glad to see you here. It's a sold out show tonight, and it's our last night of the series. So it's very special for us. We represent FMLP, which is a booster group, and so our job is super important here because we raise the funds that it takes to do all of this. We raise 95% of the funds that it takes to run this program. So that's why we're here first to talk to you and tell you thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being here and filling these seats. This is what helps fund this program and all of our fundraising things. So I just wanted to mention a few things. The first thing is Top Golf, which is going to be on June 1st this year. So if you are interested, you want to help, it's a great time. You can purchase tickets out in the lobby anytime this evening, and we would be very grateful for your support on that. It goes right back to the kids, of course. The next thing is on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, we're having a Spirit Day at Anthos, which is an amazing restaurant. I highly recommend if you haven't been there, this would be the perfect time to try it because the proceeds come back to the kids. And if you've never been here tonight, you're going to see just how amazing this is and why we really need those funds. So thank you for that. Before I hand it off to my dear friend Priya, we have a legacy dad one more time, last time, it's going to make me cry, who has a dad joke. So, Bill, whenever you're ready.
What did the drummer call his three triplet daughters? What? And a one, and a two, and a three.
Thank you, Bill.
All right, I'll just finish it off by telling some of our fundraising that we have right now in the lobby. There are raffle baskets during intermission if you want to check it out. And in connection with Top Golf, we do have a raffle for Top Golf for a $20 ticket. You get a whole bay, which is 6 people, so it's fantastic. We have an auction, dessert auction going on, which is pretty darn good. You look at some of the items out there. And then, of course, our concession stand downstairs open during intermission. Honor Roll is a very big part of our program. So we encourage as much as we can. People can donate to Honor Roll. It supports nearly everything we do in this program. It's for the kids, and it's fantastic. So please, we would appreciate all that you can give for that. Merchandise is also in the lobby. Online store is also open. There's a QR code at the merch table if you want to check that out too. All right, I want to let the kids take over. It's not my turn. Here we go. Enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mount Lebanon School District. We are happy that you've joined us for this performance. As a courtesy to our performers, we ask that you turn off or silence your cell
How we doing Saturday night? Yes! We love a Saturday crowd. My name is Jeremy DeLuca. I am Director of Percussion here at Mount Lebanon, and it is my honor to welcome you to the 41st Annual Evening of Percussion Concert Series, the final night. We are very, very, very excited to have you here. Are you excited? Yay! Shuba's going to ask you about 18 times, so just be ready to keep screaming each time. Because he's going to be like, I can't hear you! And you got to be like, yay, Shuba, yay. Obviously, we started with our cadence set as usual with our lovely drum line. Up next, we are bringing out our freshman ensemble under the direction of Mr. Jason Miller.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. So this is the freshman ensemble. This piece we will be playing, Taiko. I originally performed with the freshman ensemble in 2012. Which was the year when Mr. Will King, now my co-director, was a freshman. So he played Leo's part. And Louis DeSoma, who's up there doing sound, was a freshman as well, and he played Lucas's part here. So it all comes full circle. Taiko is a word for Japanese drumming. Pretty much refers to any drum in Japan, but it's come to mean what we now know as the koto drummers, or Kimi Daiko, which is a large ensemble. So it takes all its influences from the large barrel drummers. If you've ever been to Epcot in the Japan pavilion at Epcot, you may have seen them performing. It's a very athletic form of drumming. The people who play in these things used to have to run a marathon once a month or something. Yeah, exactly. Because basically the sticks that they use are the size of small baseball bats. And it's choreographed, it's very elegant to watch, not conducted. We're going to conduct it though. So without further ado, Taiko.
Up next, we are bringing out our concert ensemble. But before we do that, how many people in the audience give me a woo if this is your first time at a percussion concert? Ooh, that's probably even the most. And you signed up for the Saturday night one. Nice choice. For those of you unaware, the Mount Lebanon Percussion Program is fully extracurricular, meaning all of these kids that you see on this stage are doing this after school. Now, some of them they play percussion in band or in orchestra or in multiple other music classes during the day. But all of this percussion stuff, their private lessons, their rehearsals, all of that happens from 3 to 9, Monday through Friday, and 9 to 5 on Saturday. So they're putting in a huge amount of work extracurricularly into this organization, whether they're in every single thing or just one or two, because they're also doing 12 billion other interscholastic things like sports and athletics and we got theater, we got choir, we got musical, we got what was Tiernan in that you get the FBLA Model UN or mock trial? Yes, he gave a whole TED talk today and spelled psychology wrong. It was great. What was it? Phycology? I mean, you're about to get a spotlight because you play a solo, so I can make fun of your spelling. It's okay. That's what senior night's for, right? But they are amazing. The amount of work that they put into this is insane. And again, it's all after school, which makes it even crazier. This next piece with the concert ensemble, it is called Frankenstein. You probably don't know the title, but you probably do know the song. The minute you hear it, you're gonna be like, oh, it's that one. The Edgar Winter Band was what was that called? A jam band, very much like Fish-esque. And they literally just recorded 30 to 45 minutes of this piece, and they just had fun, and then they left, and then the audio engineers went and cut it all up and actually made a song out of it for their album, hence Frankensteined it, and they didn't know what to call it, so they called it Frankenstein. And it is like the epitome of just like 70s rock, and it does feature the lovely Tiernan Teacup Jenkins on the timbales and Annabelle A.B. Thomas on the drum set back there. So I hope you enjoy Frankenstein. Up next, we are sticking with concert ensemble, this time under the direction of one of our assistant directors, Mr. William King.
It's Saturday.
You can just call me Will. You don't have to call me William. Hi. When I was picking out music back in December, I came across a performance of this song, Thank You by Ivan Trevino, that I did when I was in college. This is actually the last piece of music I ever performed as a student. So it already had some like attached sentimentality for me. When I brought it in and we started working on it, these kids just immediately started knocking it out of the park, as they usually do. So much so, though, that when I am done talking to you today, I will walk off this stage and they will do this without me. Doing a piece of music without a conductor requires a lot of faith and trust in the people next to you. That's not a skill that you can really like get down right away. I'm really proud of this group for just going right for that. And so we've got a really great performance here. I wanted to talk to you quickly about who this performance is dedicated to. If you look in your program, this is dedicated to Ryan Brody. Ryan Brody graduated in 2014. From Mount Lebanon. I met Ryan when I was a freshman in 2011 when I joined the Ultimate Frisbee Club, and the first thing I noticed about him was that he was just so kind and caring, and he brought me under his wing and was just so supportive. About a month ago, we lost Ryan when he passed away at the age of 28. What I want you to know about Ryan is that he loved music, whether that was sharing it, listening to it, or playing it. He played saxophone and piano. It was a big part of his life. And when I hear and see these kids play this song, not only does it make me think of Ryan, but it makes me think of all of the memories that I was so grateful to have with him and anybody in my life that I've lost. And maybe you can picture somebody in your life that you feel the same way. Thank you for being here, and thank you for giving us this space to do this incredible thing. And thank you to Ryan. I hope you enjoy Thank You by Ivan Trevino.
Up next, we are going to bring out our chamber ensemble. For those of you that have been to any of our holiday concerts, or if you've watched the KDK Telethon anytime in the past 28 years, way to go, Lucas, with your whole family here tonight. If you've watched the KDK Telethon for the past 28 years, you've seen them playing the live background music during that. It is a killer set of 6 kids, and they are under the direction of Mr. Shubadas.
Good evening, and thank you for closing out this wonderful concert series with us. Thank you for your support. How's everyone feel tonight? You know what? I think Friday's crowd was louder than that. How are you feeling tonight? Okay, we need that energy for the next 2 hours. Can you do it? Awesome. I'm so thrilled to present this next ensemble. These 6 individuals make up some of the finest musicians in the program, and tonight, this composition you're about to hear features not only a marimba soloist, but a drum set soloist, and they're both going to be backed by a fabulous percussion quartet. Get ready for this wall of sound that's about to come at you. Please welcome the Chamber Ensemble and their performance of epic proportions. AJ Obakowski, Haria Iobi, Pierce Latona, Annabelle Thomas, Tom Routh, and Ben Doherty. That was confusing, but thanks, guys. We're going to give your ears 30-second break before we hit you with some more noise. Is that all right? Are you ready for some more noise? So I want to take a few moments here and just speak about our World Percussion Program. We're very fortunate here at Mount Lebanon to be able to offer our students both an African ensemble experience as well as a Brazilian ensemble experience. Now, when the kids reach their junior year, they can participate in one or both ensembles. But in order to get into the group, they need to complete an 8 to 10 week course with Mr. Minier in the fall semester. And up next, you're about to hear one of our world ensembles, the Brazilian ensemble, They're going to take you down south to Rio and give you a sample of that style of samba. So please welcome them to the stage as they pay tribute to one of the oldest samba schools in Rio de Janeiro, Portela.
Mr. Dasa and Mr. Meunier have been doing both Brazilian and African ensemble for almost 20 years, and he's always ended it with Brazil. That's always the end with a 8-second fade to dark. It's delightful. Up next, we're going to bring our drum set ensemble before intermission. So I have all the lovely intermission stuff to go over with you while I cover up 6 drum sets being moved by 50 children. Up first, bathrooms are down in the lower lobby behind the elevators. We also have our concession stand there with some water and some snacks. Up in the upper lobby, we have our dessert raffle, second night of the dessert raffle. Please try and outbid my mother. I won't tell you what her fake name is tonight, but do not be afraid to outbid her. She already won 2 things last night. And there's only 2 people there, so do not be afraid to outbid her. We also have all of our raffle baskets. Those will be called tonight before Firefly. So your last chance to get some tickets in, there's 20 raffle baskets out there. There is laser tag. It is back. I do not know if Justin put tickets in for me yet. You sure? Okay. Someone put my name in for laser tag, please. But the raffle baskets are up there. We also have a Top Golf raffle. So if you buy a ticket for that, you can win an entire bay. And as many of us can attest, that is a very good time. So not only can you just get a bay or just sign up like a single rider in Disney, but you can also win that raffle. So throw some tickets into there. We also have a little bit of merch in that side corner around there if you want to get some sticks or some percussion era hoodies and other merch essentials. We will also be opening our merch store tonight going into next week. So if you need an update on your Blue Devils percussion merch, that will be available and emailed to all you on your way out the door. Pew! 95% of that funding. Yeah! Out here, it looks like I don't need to do anything, but just for time's sake, first night, this move went really poorly, and I had to help Tiernan put together his drum set. So I just handed him the mic, but now it's become a thing. I'm not going to give it to you this time because apparently you're changing your shirt, but.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming out.
Hi, Tiernan.
Can you lower that stand for me? So tonight is a lot of our last concerts. It's a pretty bittersweet moment. And this program means a lot to all of us. And we want to make sure that all these underclassmen here and the next generations will keep getting these same opportunities. So, if you wouldn't mind donating a little, it always helps. As you heard, 95% of our funds are from FMLP. So everything y'all do, buying the tickets, raffles, Top Golf, if that's your vibe, it all helps out. And we want to say a huge thank you to all of our staff. So special. And yeah, shout out my family, filling it up. And enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you to Luca.
I did not pay him to say any of that because that's not what he said any of those other nights. So, enjoy drum set.
The Mount Lebanon 2025 Drum Set Ensemble featuring Xavier Graybill, Max Wolf, and seniors Lucas Bavino, Tiernan Jenkins, seniors and featured soloists Dom Routh and Ben Doherty. They crushed it, everybody.
Up next, we are bringing out our concert ensemble. But while they do that, I wanted to talk about our beautiful program. If you've noticed, we have a really big, glossy, beautiful, thick program here full of ads and sponsors from the community. That's one thing. The FMLP has done a fabulous job of maintaining and growing more ad support locally. So print ad in 2025, the amount that we have in here is kind of cuckoo crazy. And a lot of it is the advertisers know about this program or have some connection, and they want to support the amazing stuff these kids do. So if you, as you thumb through these, if you see any businesses that you frequent often are like, hey, that's my orthodontist, or that's my massage therapist, or that's my bank. Next time you go in there, mention that you saw their ad in the program and thank them for supporting the arts in the community. As the world gets crazier, that support is needed even more, and it's appreciated, especially as that community building of having that support and loving that connection we have with the kids and the people that love to support them. So thank you for that. There's also another one, because I think they're here tonight. There's also a big, beautiful ad for Min. Is Min here tonight? Yes. So Min of Min in Stitches has been our tuxedo supplier for the last the amount of years. And nothing makes her and Michael more happy than when they get the email from me saying, I'm about to send 47 boys to you to start fitting. And the fact that she gets them all the guys here have got their tuxes on Friday, and they give them back in the bags with both black shirts, by the way, returned in a much stinkier state, but returned nonetheless for a whole week. So the fact in prom season that she's still willing to support and refuses to not buy an ad, no matter how many times we try to refund her or not charge her, she still figures out a way to send a check. So that's the kind of community building we love. So again, thank you to Min and all of our advertisers. As we mentioned, up next, this piece is Echo Funk. It is very funky, and it has echoes. Enjoy. Up next, we are bringing back our freshman ensemble under the direction of Mr. Jason Miller.
Hello. I would like to begin by acknowledging, yes, this is the freshman ensemble, but there will be some faces that you see that are not freshmen. Starting with my son Spencer, who is a junior. I entreated him to please cover the part that I didn't notice when I was assigning parts, because it was in a different folder, so I thought I had everybody assigned, and then I discovered, oh, there's one more part. Then we lost somebody, so then Max Wolf stepped in to cover that part, and then somebody was sick, so Hadia Yobi covered that part. And then, of course, we have to have Mr. King on stage, who is the co-director of this ensemble, so he is playing as well. So he is not a freshman. He is a 27-year-old man. 27, right? You said 27? Okay, got it. Aboriginal Dreams was written for this ensemble for our 25th anniversary concert. I'm going to say 16 years ago. Sound about right? It was written by Roland Barrett, who at the time, I believe, was the head of the composition department at University of Oklahoma. It has been performed 3 times here. Its premiere performance on the 25th anniversary, I believe it was performed a couple years later. We performed it for the NPF Percussion Festival, the National Percussion Festival. And then Mr. Meunier conducted it about 8 or 9 years ago with one of the upper groups. Now, this is the piece that was designed to be played by the juniors and seniors, and here we have a freshman ensemble performing this, what I would say is a masterwork. It is in 5 movements. It's like 13 minutes long, and so we decided to eliminate a couple of the movements, and what we're going to be presenting to you tonight are the 1st, 4th, and 5th movements of Aboriginal Dreams. We're almost set, so as soon as we're ready, Roland Barrett's Aboriginal Dreams.
While they take that one down, one more big round of applause for freshmen. That's crazy. Well done. Like we said, that was written for us for our 25th anniversary. Those of you that came to the 40th last year, we had Heroes Around Us written for us. So the fact that the freshman ensemble is playing our big premiere commissioned piece from the 25th anniversary now just shows how crazy they are and how insane our job is. So up next, we are bringing in our concert ensemble again this time under another director, Mr. Dan Meunier.
All right, good evening. They finally let me out here. So it's going to get a little bit dark. I apologize. As you can tell by the title of this next piece, it's not a real upper dystopia. You can think of this as like a soundtrack for a thriller or a horror movie. It's got some mysterious moments. It's got moments where, maybe there's some sort of chase, definitely frantic and panic vibes going on in the piece, and you're gonna hear lots of very interesting sound effects. Percussionists, we're really good at sound effects, right? So if you really are watching and paying attention, you're gonna hear some cool sounds as well along the way. We're also gonna feature one of my favorite percussion instruments, this piano over here, with our lovely maestro, who's gonna, again, I don't think really entertain you with soothing sounds here. It's not that type of piece, but I think you'll enjoy it anyway. This is Dystopia.
while we get set up for our 8th grade ensemble, I have some thank yous because we got a lot of senior stuff to happen before Sabre Dance. So I'm going to start all of our thank yous out now. As you can tell, these concert series are gargantuan, and it takes a lot of hands and a lot of prep to make sure this happens. So up first, we have our school district administration and all the people in there that help with facilities, and our secretaries and everyone that runs the building for allowing this to happen. Our superintendent, assistant superintendent, and our principals in our building are incredibly generous to even allow this to happen, because this is, again, extracurricular. It's loud. It's expensive. We're constantly in the building. The minute that bell rings, there are like 8 marimbas out in the hallway of kids practicing. So we never give them a moment of rest, and they still love us for it and allow us to do it and are incredibly supportive. So big thank you to our school district and administration for supporting us and the entire arts program in Mount Lebanon. If you did not see, we have been awarded another, for the 18th year in a row, one of the best communities for music education right here in Mount Lebanon. Our staff, our percussion staff, it's crazy to have 1 percussionist working in the district, let alone 5. And again, even though we are not teaching percussion classes during the day, our percussion staff is amazing. Between the 5 of us teaching, just in Mount Lebanon alone, and we have over 115 combined years of teaching percussion in Mount Lebanon. It's insane, and yes, we are old. We love the applause for how old we are. You can tell by our grays. Dan is older than me. Don't let him say anything. Will is still just 27. Our parents, besides raising these wonderful children, the parents obviously helping with all of the logistics of this concert, helping to raise the money and making sure they're fed, they've done their homework, they've gone to bed, their phone is charged, or their phone is not in their possession anymore, which is even better, or the amount of rides they have to do back and forth to make sure they're here, or if they even just don't see them, like Dom Routh. I think I've seen him more than Samantha has seen him in the past month alone. So thank you. And kids, can we get a big round of applause for your parents? Our technical support, we have an amazing tech crew here. Again, we could just turn on a white light and be like, look at the amazing kids, and it would still be a fabulous show. But to have all these light cues, to have the facilities to be able to pull off these video productions, we do it because we can, for them, to feature them in an even higher production value. So up there in our booth, we have our magician, Mr. Dave Stockloza, who runs all the theaters. Nothing happens in a theater in this building without Dave Stockloza, and I'm going to do it because I keep doing it, and he hates that I keep doing it. But first, I'm sorry, Kara. Where's my camera? I'm sorry, Kara. We'll give you your husband back tomorrow. 2, how many lightning cues were in the musical this year? And they were beautiful. How many are in this show? Thank you. We also make him write those we write it with him in between the musical ending, a 1 week off of writing light cues, and then we go into this. And he has no time to even rehearse it because he has choir concerts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday over there while we're in here getting ready for this concert. So he just runs it on the fly, and he does an amazing job. We also have up there Louis DeSoma, another alumni, running our audio to make sure our recordings sound good, as well as the audio for the stream. We also have more alumni. We have Mr. Harry Mullen running the live stream, as well as Harrison Piddle. And we have Mr. Andrew Hartung over there making sure we look good and that we have a live stream so even more people can see these amazing kids. Let me hear for the tech crew. And I'm assuming, because I don't hear anything behind me, the 8th graders are ready. Now, the special part about this is we've invited them to the fall ensemble the past couple years, and this year I decided it was time to throw them into the spring ensemble at the night as well, because in a matter of 3.5 minutes, depending on how fast I conduct this, because my Red Bull kicked in, they will be 9th graders. So, for the last time, please enjoy our 8th grade ensemble playing Storm Break. It is time for the raffle baskets. Here we go. We got 21 of them. Woohoo! Alrighty. The Loosen Up massage one, Marty Spieler. Come on, Bryce's dad. The Birders basket. Now I'm gonna expose myself a little bit. I'm 38 now, and I've discovered in your older age, you become a bird watcher. The last week, I don't know if it was mental breakdown or just needing nature, but I would drink my coffee and sit there and download apps to figure out what bird calls are in my backyard, to which that then made me buy a bird feeder with a camera. And every time I get an alert in the back, me and Justin run to our phones and realize it's just a neighbor walking by and we have not had a bird and I'm sad. So, Lynn Kramer, you won the birders basket. Not me, sad. I went from laser tag to the bird watcher. Oh no. Pure Bar, Bobby Makita. That's a good name. The Entertainer's Basket. Konitsky? Woo! Someone knows who it is. Yay! The Runner's High Basket. Carrie Holmes. The Pamper Me, Luca Routh. Oh. The Money Tree, Maria Baldwin. Yes! She will be at the saloon after the show. Reading and Writing, Kirsten Bruder. That means Chris is going to have much better handwriting skills because she's going to be able to put all of that to good use. Laser Tag, Dovey Alexander. You hear that, Addie? We're going to play laser tag. Oh. The Outdoor Dining, Carolyn Davies. Club Pilates, Valerie Thomas. The Summer Fun, Mary Braggon. The Gift Cards, Bethany Stout. The Thomas Kincaid Bag, Shannon Hemmingson. The Little Library, which is adorable, Barb Busey. Oh, yay, go Barb. Go, Barb. Eco-Friendly Kitchen, Casey Wog. Is that right? Perfect. The All Ages Puzzle. I also now, so again, my mother's going to throw a cake at me. Every time we go visit, she has a new puzzle out, and Justin and I, every holiday, just end up doing the puzzle, and we just pulled out another puzzle. And again, All Ages Puzzles, Erica Daly. I'm a bird watcher and a puzzle person now. The Museum Passes, Dovey Alexander. The Photography, Casey Wog. And I had nothing to do with this because the parents pulled it. The Golf Bay, Norm DeLuca. That means he still, if me and Justin take 2 of those, he still has 2 open spots in the bay for anybody that wants to come, unless they just don't invite me. Alrighty, that is that, and look at that, we already have it set up. Please welcome back out Mr. Dan Meunier.
All right. Wow, lots of familiar faces. This is cool. All right, this next piece, really quickly, the composer wrote it all based on this lovely mythology in Japan that there are 2 species of firefly that are actually the descendants of warriors from this medieval battle back in the 12th century, and this piece kind of follows the crazy arc of this wonderful story. I think you guys are going to enjoy Firefly.
I already did my thank yous. I have nothing until they're set up for saber dance now. I messed up. Keep playing it. Got to do with it. Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? I don't know the verses. I told you I did the thank yous. There we go. Seniors, you can start thinking about the alphabet and putting yourself in order. Yeah. Now that Tiernan's off stage, phycology. I'm framing this and keeping it in my office. And it was really fun watching them all try to figure out how to actually spell it after to fix. Now we're going to congratulate them on all their academic achievements. Alrighty, as we get ready for saber dance, we've avoided it all week and can no longer. It is time to say goodbye to our class of 2025. So, why don't you all come on up alphabetically? Let's see if the H and the S are in the appropriate locations. So, the young men and women up here, they just keep going through the green room and back around. The young men and women that you see behind me have put in thousands of hours. They've taken care of each other. They've taken care of their stuff. They have failed. They have succeeded. They have grown. They have told horrible jokes. Some good ones, too. I was like, he knew who I was talking about. And it is now our time to brag about them to all of you. So, up first, Mr. Jesse Batts. Your button. Oh, fix that button. Yeah, fix that button there. Min's right there. She can see. All right, Jesse Batts. I printed this in grayscale, so now it's going to be hard to read. Yeehaw. All righty. So, Jesse Batts, he's participated in Blue Ensemble, Gold Ensemble, 8th grade ensemble, fall ensemble, spring ensemble, marching band, drum set ensemble, African ensemble, Brazilian ensemble, and has been a teaching assistant. He's put in his hours. He's also insane in all other areas. He's been in ice hockey, soccer, tennis this year. He was the football team manager this year. He was the girls basketball manager this year. He also did FBLA. He was also on the Unified Bocce League. Go Bocce! Also, honors orchestra, 115 plus hours of community service, ding dong, highest and high honor roll, National Honor Society, and PAHL Academic All-Star. He also suffered everybody thinking his last name was Bates for a really long time. Jesse Bates, Jesse Bates. Let's see, is there any specific one you want me to read of the favorites or the jokes or the inspirations? All those, Mr. Meunier one, I figured. Who's someone that influenced you significantly in your high school career? Mr. Dan Meunier, because he taught me much of what I know about percussion, and he got me through a lot of the ups and downs of the high school life and life in general. Jesse is an amazing young man. He's going to York University out in Toronto, correct? Crossing that border. Sports management and business was exactly where he belongs. He's going to do an amazing job. He is one of the most positive humans you will meet, no matter who you are, where you come from, what kind of day you're having. If he's in the hallway, it's, hello, Mrs. DeLuca, how are you doing today? And he has some type of joke, and he's normally bringing a snack from Anthos, which makes everybody less grumpy when they have their carbs. Breadsticks for life. He is an amazing young man. We are going to miss him greatly. Please help us say thank you and goodbye to Mr. Jesse Batts. Anna Berquist Galvin. Ooh, ooh. Anna has participated in our Blue Ensemble, Gold Ensemble, 8th grade ensemble, Fall Ensemble, Spring Ensemble, and Marching Band. Also a member of the choir, also did some studio art, also Center for the Theater Arts, CTA. She's been in that like for what, 49 and a half years? First grade, same thing. Also in softball, cute pictures of you as softball. I can see the pictures, you can't, sorry. You can see them out in the Timothy Times. As well as a member of our Winter Guard. Did that for many years. Lovely. Which one do you want me to read? Why don't I have a couple ones. Okay. Who's someone that significantly influenced you in high school? All the fine arts teachers, from choir to studio art to percussion. The arts are most important to me, and every teacher I have had in the fine arts department has been incredibly supportive and helpful. Also, this one. I like this one because we're going to laugh and no one's going to get it. Your favorite percussion inside joke behind the trailer. Let's just say, Bonnie, is there a way? You know that scene in Titanic with the car? Imagine if you're a bunch of high school kids trying to load percussion equipment into a trailer and there's a car parked behind it with foggy windows, and an entire group of high school kids have to knock on that window to tell them to move. With flashlights, because we come prepared because the parking lot is dark. Whee! You are attending High Point University, and you're gonna kick butt. This young lady, I've known her, how long? Too long, a very long time. Some of my favorite memories is during COVID is she would make stickers, but she would like make it with like tape. She'd color on the tape and make her friends stickers that they would all put on her phone. And when we finally got to have lessons in person again, she had like 5 stickers ready for me that she kept showing me on the camera. And then finally, I got stickers for you. And she was so excited, and they're adorable. So she's going to do amazing things. Please help us say thank you and goodbye to Anna Berquist Galvin. Mr. Lucas Bavino. Now, believe it or not, there was a time that I was taller than Lucas. And it was when he was 3. Lucas has been a member of our Blue Ensemble, Gold Ensemble, thank you, teamwork, 8th grade ensemble, as well as Fall Ensemble, Spring Ensemble, Drum Set Ensemble, African Ensemble, Brazilian Ensemble, and a teaching assistant. He's also on the varsity football team, so that makes sense. You can see him out there on Friday. What? And senior captain, that's right. He was leading that team. Also a member of the band Avalanche. We got some Avalanche roadies out there. Also part of Music Tech, AP Music Theory, Honor Roll, National Honor Society, and all-around good young man. I'm going to read this one for you. Who's someone that significantly influenced you? My mom, for always being there for me and being my biggest supporter no matter what. And I hope Nikki's out there crying now. The joke, I don't even know this one, so... your favorite inside joke is the big drop. Oh, okay, now I remember it. Okay. Kids are weird, aren't they? They're great. Some advice to give underclassmen or future percussionists: have fun while it lasts, and don't take your time in this program for granted. He is going to be going to Belmont University for music business. He's going to keep that music going. I'm very excited to see what he does and get all the videos. I'm going to, though I have a feeling you're still going to send them to me. But he would always curate a weekly song of the week, which ended up being 18 songs of the week that changed drastically week to week. He is a very big music fan, so Belmont is the exact place for this big old teddy bear to end up. So please help us say thank you and goodbye to Mr. Lucas Bavino. Mr. Benjamin Doherty. Oh, he got his gobo from Santa. It came. Ben has been in Blue Ensemble, Gold Ensemble, 8th grade ensemble, Fall Ensemble, Spring Ensemble, Marching Band in the Pit, Drum Set Ensemble, Chamber Ensemble, African Ensemble, and Brazilian Ensemble. Let's go to the next section. He's been in the orchestra for all 4 years, as well as being the principal percussionist. He's been in the musical. He is an Eagle Scout, National Honor Society, Cum Laude Society, George Eastman Young Leaders Award, Rotary Student of the Month, PTSA Arts and Education Committee Chair, FMLP Timpani Times, and Boy Scout National Jamboree Band member. Ben has been, the Dohertys are what we would consider a legacy family in percussion. I remember back when I was teaching the pit with Miss Marino and we were on the parking lot, I remember when the Dohertys moved here and Bonnie brought a 2-year-old Josie, 3-year-old Josie to watch the band because she loved the band. And so watching not only Josh and then Josie go through the program, but watching Ben literally from infant up to now, he's always been obsessed with all of this. I think he's the only human being that is more excited about packing a truck than I am. Which made this year very easy, and I will miss that next year when I have to go back to climbing that with my old bird-watching knees now. But I will miss my truck monkey. Is there a specific one? Is it the favorite memory one for poor Priya? His favorite percussion inside joke is don't throw underwear in the hall. For those of you that ever chaperoned a school trip, sometimes when the chaperones check in and say someone threw underwear in the hallway, and then I have to go onto the group text and say, don't throw underwear in the hallway, and then you hear Pierce and Ben's room start cackling as you walk by, you immediately figure out which room it was. So what a great memory. Should we? Okay, so Bonnie has also had a long-standing tradition, because again, she's known us for a long time, that at any moment, if he's doing something dumb, I am allowed to hit him. Legally, I am not. Morally, I am not. But because she's in the audience and she's allowed me to. Fake, don't worry. Ready? And a 1, and a 2, and a... They were all very excited for that too. And now, do your line. There we go. Pierce's favorite memory is now when Ben got smacked. So, please help us say thank you and goodbye to, oh, wait, yeah, school. Wait, he's going to school. Rochester Institute of Technology for maybe my favorite major ever. It is packaging science. So, when you get a really good package that opens cleanly, thank Ben. Or when you need to get out the economy-sized scissors from the garage, also thank Ben, because he probably did it on purpose. Just for you. So, please help us say thank you and goodbye to Mr. Ben Doherty. Tiernan Teacup Jenkins. Tiernan has been a member of 8th grade ensemble, fall ensemble, spring ensemble, marching band, in which he played snare, and this year he was one of our drum majors. Also drum set ensemble, African ensemble, Brazilian ensemble, as well as a teaching assistant. He has also been in concert band, wind ensemble, mock trial team, Model UN, internship with Representative Dan Miller, photography club, Rotary Club Student of the Month, National Honor Society, High Honor Roll, PMEA Honors Band, and PMEA District Band and Orchestra. Busy, busy young man. And he does it all while being 10 minutes late. The staff has gotten you a watch as your graduation present. He's like, is it upside down? We didn't learn that. Do you have a specific one you'd like me to read? Read them all really. You wrote too much.
No, do inspiration.
Inspiration. Oh, that's a good one. I got to get real close because it's small, because someone likes words. Everyone in this program who have I had the pleasure of meeting has influenced me, from long gone seniors to the 5th graders in Blue Ensemble. And I can't thank you all enough for making this group what it is and for making me who I am. Thank you to Mr. Higgins for being the perfect example of cool, calm, and collected, no matter how foolish the snares are. Thank you to Mr. Miller for your excellent drum set writing and even better teaching for the past 6 or 7 years. Thank you to my family for supporting me in everything I do, and to my dad especially for inspiring me to play percussion. My first memory of Tiernan, as you mentioned, because he did start in 8th grade ensemble, and I remember he had like hair down to like here, and he always showed up late. But he was on chimes because he was tall, and it was like the tall, long-haired kid on chimes. And finally, one day, it clicked in him, and it was like, oh, he's found his spot. My other second favorite part is at some point you went to a park in Pittsburgh. And the Pittsburgh Park Conservancy took a picture of him in like 5th grade in this park. The East Liberty Walgreens, by where I live, the park conservatory has ads in their windows. And one day I was walking by and stopped and looked and was like, is that Tiernan Jenkins? And Justin was like, no, that's not Tiernan. That can't be Tiernan. And I took a picture. And like 2 years later, I asked you, I was like, have you ever been in a... You're like, oh yeah, is that picture of me in East Liberty? So every time I drive by there in between Starbucks and picking up printing for school, I wave at Tiernan in the window of Walgreens. So even when you go off to the University of Pittsburgh, which is you're actually getting closer to me now, I will still go and say hi to you every day at the Walgreens. But he's going to the University of Pitt for political science for pre-law. And he's going to make an amazing lawyer, or being in the legal system in the future, or a politician, purely because he has a huge, huge heart, which you can tell by that smile on his face. He makes everyone around him happier by being there. So please help us thank and say goodbye to Mr. Tiernan Jenkins. Mr. Pierce Latona. Blue Ensemble, Gold Ensemble, 8th grade ensemble, Fall Ensemble, Spring Ensemble, Chamber Ensemble, African Ensemble, Brazilian Ensemble, Teaching Assistant, Marching Band, Orchestra Percussion, Wind Ensemble Percussion, Musical Pit, German Club President, the highest honor roll, the National Honor Society, Cum Laude Society, and the Book Award. What was it? What school gave you the Book Award? University of Rochester. What a delight. Again, busy young man with even busier eyebrows. If you ever need to know what Pierce is thinking, you will see it right there, and I love that. What? Oh, no poker. You will absolutely lose in every hand of poker you ever play. Is there a memory that you would like to talk about besides when I open hand slapped Ben in front of you? The inside joke? Rio. Oh, 2. Woo! Look, you destroyed the audience. That joke killed. Well done. Here, I'll do this one because I know Aunt Kelly's gonna lose it. Someone who significantly influenced you in your life. My parents have always supported me in all my endeavors. They always were there to help me out when anything I need, whether if I forgot my rudimental cookbook at home or if I needed something to eat before Brazilian Ensemble. My parents always were there to make sure I had what I needed. Also, Kelly makes sure that every single person that like ripped off a button or lost a bow tie or split pants or their shoes fell apart this week has been sewed back together. So Pierce gets his taking care of those people around him from his parents. Though his love of percussion is not something he gets from his parents, because now that band camp's going to Mellon again, Aunt Kelly is going to need to buy some earplugs and some probably Baileys for her morning coffee to get through those 2 weeks of band camp near her house again. I'm sorry. But Pierce is attending the University of Pitt. Again, you are moving closer, thank you, to study engineering. What kind? Mechanical, mechanical? Is that, are you going to be designing things, roads? Am I going to have to worry about bridges? Great. Nerd things that are very, very impressive, because that's what Pierce does. Please help us say thank you and goodbye to Mr. Pierce Latona. Mr. Ben Meyer. That's for you. Blue ensemble, gold ensemble, 8th grade ensemble, fall ensemble, spring ensemble, African ensemble, Brazilian ensemble, teaching assistant, marching band, also high honor roll, National Honor Society, and Evening Theater Company. Most of us, I mean, maybe some of us did, but I did not know he was in theater until one day I was coming in to do lighting cues, probably for the holiday concert or something, and I caught him in theater class. And it was the one where it was like a reality TV show. And then did your character die? Okay, his character died. And I was like, oh no, Ben. But then he went up to the back and he became a character that was backstage that had to like bellow his like he became the ringleader, and he didn't need a microphone. And I was sitting up there like getting ready, and I figured, oh, Ben died. I no longer have to watch what's happening. And then he sits up there and just like, whoa, goes. And it's a completely different side of Ben than I've ever seen, and it was amazing to watch. And you can tell it's true because he's uncomfortable. Because Ben he's like the perfect sweet person ever. You love having him around. I don't know if there's a single person that if you're on a song with Ben, you're like, yay, Ben is in the room and we're gonna have a good time because he's gonna smile and I'm gonna love playing music with him. So seeing him in that role was like, oh, that was lovely. And not a lot of people in this room got to see that theater class, so those are those little tiny moments I cherish. I want to say this. Do you want me to do the influence one? See? That's why we love having Ben. Mr. Higgins, if Mrs. Higgins is watching, she's going to start weeping. Mr. Higgins is one of many who influenced my life during high school because I originally signed up for Blue Band freshman year. I was somewhat intimidated by the upperclassmen who were loud and passionate. In a good way, loud and passionate. And I was timid from playing at home all the time during COVID. I was also worried I would be bored spending so much time doing marching band. Valid. During the first rehearsal, I decided not to leave when Blue Band portion was over for several reasons, but in no small part due to Mr. Higgins' air of confidence and the reassuring demeanor. His methodical approach to drill and leadership was always part of what made marching band fun and stimulating. Also, the thing that you did that changed the program, he was pretty quick on gush and go water breaks and moving from A to B in rehearsals. Which is very true. A gush and go means like you get your water and you get back. Ben somehow like got back before people even got to their watering hole. Like Ben was like, you said gush and go. I'm efficient. I follow directions. Ben is also attending University of Pittsburgh, PITT, let's go Pitt, studying history. He's going to do amazing things, and I can't wait for all those people at Pitt to discover how amazing Ben is like we have. Please help us say thank you and goodbye to Mr. Ben Meyer. Mr. Cole Miller. Straight off the Appalachian Trail. Fall ensemble, spring ensemble, African ensemble, marching band all 4 years, concert band, music appreciation club, and Tang Soo Do. Say it one more time, just in case. There you go. Yeah. I just want to make sure they heard because what level black belt are you?
First degree. I'm getting my second degree within like 2 weeks.
Boom. I always enjoy it when Cole shows up to a rehearsal or a lesson in his outfit because he just came from karate. And he was like, no, I need you to know that I just came from karate because he's so proud of that, just as he is with percussion. Are there any specific questions you want me to read?
All of them.
All of them. Okay, I'll pick a couple. What's your favorite percussion inside joke?
Jost.
Roll is watching from the Netherlands, enjoying that. His favorite piece was Junior African Ensemble. He, like, the minute you put a djembe on him, he lights up and he just goes. Most significantly influenced you in your high school, it has to be Mr. DeLuca. He has gotten me through some bumpy times and has been an inspiration to me. Something that you feel you contributed to the program. I've always tried to do my part to make the program welcoming and to bring some cheer. One thing about Cole is while he has had struggles throughout school with anxiety like all of us have, watching him be able to power through is amazing. And not only does he power through for himself, he also powers through and worries about everyone around him. When he's on the stage, when he's in an ensemble, he wants to make sure everyone is having fun. Him and Jesse in a room together, it's almost like watching like tennis of cheer, because they're just like, how are you doing? You're amazing. I love you. You're great. It's and if you get in the middle of it, you just like light up and turn into a rainbow. So having the two of them not in the studio anymore is we're gonna need to just like amp up Madeline's smile to kind of to recuperate the energy that Jesse and Cole bring together. He is attending Slippery Rock University for Parks and Resource Management. He is gonna knock that out of the park. I can't wait for that. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that, Adrian. So, please help us say goodbye and thank you to Mr. Cole Miller. Mr. AJ Obakowski. Obu. Papa Obu. That's his father. I know, that's your father. I know, you're not Papa Obu. Papa Obu is Papa Obu. 8th grade ensemble, fall ensemble, spring ensemble, African ensemble, Brazilian ensemble, chamber ensemble, teaching assistant, marching band, pit section leader and captain, aqua club, tech theater, orchestra percussion, concert choir. Are you tired yet? Men's and chamber ensemble, musical, German club, morning announcements, honor roll, National Honor Society, cum laude, and some. Oh yeah, you put musical in here. What was it? Your first musical role was? Seaweed number 10 in the Little Mermaid, and now you were what? Vlad. He was Vlad. He was one of the main leads in Anastasia this past, like 2 weeks ago. You can tell by the dark circles under his eyes from all the work that never leave. He's always here. Even if we don't see him, he's in another room. And normally during the year, I had to play like agent of like, okay, you have this musical thing. You somehow have to go to a thing with LP, and Shuba needs you in chamber. And now I need to figure out how to make all three of those people not mad and make sure you somehow get to all three. But it worked out because you're amazing. You work hard. Which one do you want to talk about? They're all they're even smaller font than Tiernan, and he's going to be a lawyer.
Whatever one's like not absurdly long.
Something you feel like you contributed to the program. I would like to believe that I brought a new sense of humor to the program. Though many of my jokes were terrible, we do have a jar for when he tells a bad joke, and a penny for AJ's thoughts, and we could probably double the FMLP fund if we just kept you around. It was one marching band season. That thing was full in like 2 days. Hundreds. I believe a little laughter helped bring people together and made people less afraid to come out of their shells, which is exactly what AJ does when he's around. Even if Dom hates every single joke that AJ has ever said, he loves it. And if AJ wasn't joking, Dom would probably come and be like, AJ hasn't told a joke today. What's wrong? I'm scared. I don't want to hear them, but he hasn't told a joke today. What's wrong? I'm scared. He's overworked, and he likes it, but he is a light when he's around us. He's a light when he's in the musical. He's a light when he's in with the choir. He helps everyone around him. Another amazing have you started picking up that these kids are amazing? Another amazing student. You're attending Penn State University for mechanical engineering, so you and Pierce can have a bridge fight. Bridge fight. Now I'm just like do fixing the bridges before they fall down. That bridge in that park near me still isn't built yet. Potential internship possibilities. Penn State Mechanical Engineering. There we go. Please help us say thank you and goodbye to AJ Obakowski. Why don't we just I'm going to say the last name because it's my favorite last name ever to say. Rakotozafi. And why don't you all say his name? Mr. Adrian, he joined us. He moved from France. his freshman year. So he joined us as a freshman. Fall ensemble, spring ensemble, African ensemble, Brazilian ensemble. Also did swimming. Also did fencing, in which you were the captain. I always saw you on Fridays when I was leaving from my lessons, and you were peri thrusting down in center court. It was great. Black Student Union. You became a wrestler this year? Yes. German club. You were also in French club and the president of French club. We love French and German. Delightful. And also a member of the Latino Student Union. So incredibly busy, incredibly busy. Do you have one that you would like me to read? The influence one? They always pick the longest one because they know it will make people cry. Who is someone who significantly influenced your life? The people who influenced me most in my life and in high school are my parents. I'm truly thankful for everything they did for me. They supported me in everything, school, sports, music, and always believed in me. They always gave their 200% to provide what we need in our family. They taught me to stay strong during tough times and to never give up, no matter how hard things get. Their love, advice, and sacrifices helped shape me into who I am today. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for everything you did for me. If you were here for the matinee, or if you want to watch the recorded stream of the matinee, his sister, who is in fifth grade, fourth, even better, she signed up for Blue Ensemble, but like Adrian, is part of like 8,000 different things. She does ballet too, correct? Dance, yeah. So she could only make 1 out of the 10 rehearsals. And so his mom was like, can she sign up? I was like, if she wants to practice it with Adrian and if she's going to be okay. She got her music the first week. We didn't play through it yet. And then she came back basically the week before dress rehearsal and had the whole thing memorized, played it like smiling, beaming, just, I'm ready. And then at dress rehearsal on Friday, she played it. And afterwards, she came up to me and she was like, can Adrian play next to me? And so she made him sight read it. At the concert. So in the front row, there's little her and then big Adrian. And I think it broke everyone in the Voms because like I saw all the staff come out and Mr. Meunier's like, oh my God, he's taking the pictures of it. It was the most adorable thing. And she keeps playing. And I don't know if you saw it because you were worried about the music because you were sight reading. But she was playing and she kept looking up at you and smiling. And that's why we love music, because it brings those connections together. My other favorite thing about Adrian is more about us than Adrian. He's never seen Rocky. So for like 2, 3, 4, maybe the entirety of high school, they've been going, Adrian! And one day he went to his lesson to Mr. Meunier and was like, I don't know why they keep screaming my name at me. So before you go to college, you have to like go on Netflix and watch Rocky. And then you probably still won't understand because there's no connection to it besides the name, but it's a good time. You're going to be attending Cleveland State University for computer engineering to give us all the next technology to replace all the stuff that gets outdated 5 minutes from now. He's going to do amazing things. Please help us say thank you and goodbye to Adrian Rakatazafe. Domothy Ralph. Dom. Dom. I have the mic, not you. Dom. Blue Ensemble, Gold Ensemble, 8th grade Ensemble, Fall Ensemble, Spring Ensemble, African Ensemble, Brazilian Ensemble, Chamber Ensemble, Drum Set Ensemble, Teaching Assistant, Marching Band, Drum Captain, Snare Section Leader, Brazilian Master Drummer, Wind Ensemble, Jazz Band, Jazz Combo, UNT American Percussion Seminar, Blackwood Alt Scholarship, Dave Bragdon Scholarship, Saitama Japanese Exchange Camp, Connections Club, and National Honor Society, and High Honor Roll. Did I miss anything? He's got a great hair flip, too. Now, Dom has been, again, another one of those legacy families. His older brother, Jimmy, graduated with Mr. King around the age, a little around him. And he's been dragged around by his family to all these things since a young age. I think he started lessons with Mr. Meunier when he was 4. And it was very adorable seeing this little kid. He also, like, on the drum set since 4. He's always been around. And he basically lives at the high school now. while this is all lovely and fun, music is not why we do this. We use it as a tool. It's magic. It's great. But it's actually about making good humans. Dom is one of those good humans that then also latched onto music and wants to continue it, just like Lucas and just like many other people. So he found his passion here with music, and he's never left, which has meant that I haven't needed to use my Spotify account in my office because he's always practicing outside of it, even if he's swearing at himself when he messes up, and I have to go outside and say, "Be nice to yourself, Dom." And then he always goes, "Oh, I know," and then plays it 8 more times and still nails it. But if it's not perfect, it's gonna get better because he wants to be the best musician out there, and I have no doubt that you will be. Is there something on? Oh, now I have to make a decision. The joke? Oh, the jokes are good because it's just a paragraph of them. Buddha. The Big Finish. Brennan M's. Good old Brennan Cleary, Brennan M's. The Brennan M's. We can all say this together from the bus. Ready? In all of Murraysville. Is it A basketball? Okay, A basketball. Jimmy Bean. I call him Domothy and he calls me Jimmy Bean. None of it makes sense. Shuba's one Instagram video sample of the conga drum. That's a good one. That's a good one. Go to his Instagram. It's great. I'm not going to read that one for Mr. Dan Munet's sake. The cookie one. Hummus humongous. Hummus humongous. And I studied, bro. Oh, and Tierden. Again, kids are weird, but we love them. Someone who influenced my life, Mr. Dan Meunier. I got it right. Since I was 6 years old, Mr. Meunier has not only taught me everything I know about percussion, but how to go about my life. He has taught me lots of valuable lessons like hard work, dedication, and time management. When I needed someone to talk to, he'd always be there for me, and I couldn't appreciate anyone more than him, and I wouldn't be where I am today without him. He is attending Indiana University's Jacobs School of Music for percussion performance. Please help us say thank you and goodbye to Mr. Dom Ralph. Mr. Josh Tallarico. Blue ensemble, fall ensemble, spring ensemble, African ensemble, Brazilian ensemble, teaching assistant, marching band, bass drum section leader, concert band, as well as wind ensemble, and National Honor Society. Again, another hard worker here. Now, Josh has probably my favorite fashion sense ever. He has this massive collection of, are they all thrifted or some of them new or? They're all new. Oh, I just assume they're thrifted because they're so unique. He has amazing sweaters, and my favorite one is this goose that every time he walks in with, when he walks in with that fuzzy goose sweater, I'm just like, yay, the goose sweater is here. There's also that one with like the colorful people. That's another good one. Every time he walks in with a sweater, it always makes me happy because it's like, oh, Josh was a sweater. Also, when you're originally looking at going in for just education, correct? His mother is a elementary school teacher in the district. So it was very nice when I saw he wanted to go into education. But at some point he decided he wanted to go into music education, which also then tickled my heart. I kind of caught on to the glimmer of that when last year he signed up to be a TA for the first time. And I think you just said, I'm good with blue, gold, or 8th grade. And I just misread it and put him as a TA in all 3. And I've never had anyone TA all 3. And then he didn't say anything about it. He just showed up for like 5 hours straight to work with all of the children. And while you don't get to see a lot of that, one of my favorite parts of that is this year, again, he did it again, where I just put him on everything because it's like he wants to help out and he's going to teach and he's good at it. Watching him work when they split them up into sectionals, it's like, Josh, take those 2 rambunctious 5th graders into the hallway with a marimba and try to get them to learn the music in 15 minutes before we bring them back in the room. And then I go around making sure nothing's on fire, and it's like, oh, that sounds good. And I always love sneaking shots at, like, seeing them before they see me so I can watch them teach and I can watch the kids learn, because I was in the program. My TA now has kids in the program. The teaching assistant program really builds connections. I like watching that. And watching him teach Preston, watching you do that with them, like, right, what? No, not P. Oh, you had P Money a couple times, but you had Preston too. But watching you teach, like, you didn't get to see me creeping around the pillar, but like the smile on his face and the way he was able to work, 2 very, very all over the place, like squirrel, 5th graders, and be like, don't hold them out like that, don't click it like that, but with a smile on his face and being able to get them to have fun while doing it. In the back of my mind, I'm sitting there going, he's going to succeed in that next thing because he has that patience and he has that love for music and he's finding his space in there. And I'm so excited to see him grow as he attends Seton Hill University for music education. Please help us say thank you and goodbye to Mr. Josh Tallarico. Annabelle A.B. Thomas. Blue ensemble, gold ensemble, 8th grade ensemble, fall ensemble, spring ensemble, chamber ensemble, African ensemble, Brazilian ensemble, teaching assistant, marching band, tenor section leader, AP studio artist, editor-in-chief of the Devil's Advocate, which is the school newspaper, Winter Guard, highest honor roll, and National Honors Society. Busy, busy young lady. And believe it or not, that if you saw Blue Ensemble today with playing Applause, that was their first Blue Ensemble. I brought it back for them this year. And you can see her like in the front row with the cutest little like bob and glasses. And she was the quietest human in that room, even though she was in the front row. And who were you next to? You were next to Ren Davies in a Hawaiian shirt. Right there, I am looking at him, he's cute. But like quietest, meek, just, I'm happy to be here. And then she gets to high school and she is a powerhouse. When did you decide to, was that sophomore year? Right after freshman year, she walked in one day and was like, I have a buzzed head now, and you all like it. And we're like, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. She is a force. Every time she enters the room, she does not apologize for the space that she has in there. She also makes sure everyone around her has that space. She's the epitome of a good example where she doesn't have to tell you what to do. She shows you what to do. And she also has grown because of that, from that meek little glasses playing Lady Gaga. While everyone else in your grade came in with like silver wigs, you were like, I have a cute blue dress though. And everyone around you is like, yeah, but my wig lights up. And you're like, okay. And now you are that person that doesn't need a wig. You got a buzz cut and you got a fabulous personality to boot. Anybody? Oh, here's a good one. What's your favorite percussion inside joke? Shuba. Just look better. Whenever, if they're not smiling for Brazilian, smile. Just look better. Anything you want? Not a long one? Oh, this is perfect advice because it sums up everything about Annabelle. Your advice for underclassmen or future percussionists, don't be afraid to take up space. And she provides a huge loving space for everyone around her. She is attending Ohio University to study journalism. So please help us say thank you and goodbye to A.B. Thomas. Big round of applause.
Hi, I'm Anna. That was said already, but I'm Anna. Every year, the seniors like to give all of our staff members gifts because they are wonderful and they do amazing things for us. First, we have a stack of letters for each of them, but they're all, do you guys want to come out here and get your letters? Come here. So each of the students wrote a letter to like one of their, like most of them were their lesson teachers. So. You sure this was mine? I wrote them Here's rainbow, yeah. Okay, and then we have. Do you want to do that one or? Okay. Here. Oh my God, it's so heavy. My vase is in there, so I want that back. But yeah, you can open it. My vase, the flowers are in a vase. Do you want to come out here to open it so they can see? Oh, they can't see. The people need to know.
It's going to be revealed. It's not really revealed for anybody.
It is.
Once I'm done in 2 hours, I no longer need these for at least a week.
Well, yeah, but you drink them a lot. It's a rainbow assortment of Red Bulls. So many flavors. They're in rainbow order too, and then sugar-free in the middle. Obviously. And then a bouquet of flowers. Okay, and then our other thing.
So if you don't know, I feel like, the staff really doesn't get their chance in the spotlight a lot because they're so busy, working hard to make sure we get our chance. So, not to worry. A few weeks ago, I was talking to Mr. DeLuca, and he mentioned how they didn't really have any group staff pictures together. It's kind of rare. But don't worry. JCPenney, I don't know if you know this, they do these wonderfully cheesy photo shoots. So now you and the staff can have your wonderfully cheesy photos taken, and I hope to be sent every single one.
They all better be posted on the Instagram.
We're going full laser cats. We're doing laser cats. Either that, or we can do like full jeans, just khakis and jeans, and we can. Oh, you're going to get so many pictures. This is going to be great. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Can we get one more round of applause for our class of 2025? It's time. It's time. The time has come. Thank you all again. The Saturday night one's a long one, but we would not want to end this without celebrating all of the students that make this program possible. It is only amazing because they are amazing and they are part of it. So thank you for attending. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for being a part of this weird, crazy family that we have together. We are going to end our show with the song that we always end with, Saber Dance. All 41 years of alumni, this is the last thing they play on the stage, and you are about to witness 13 amazing young men and women finish their career here with us with one more gliss from G to G. Please enjoy Saber Dance. Thank you.